Hey, heads up, the Weeabros Halftime Show is a spoiler cast we host while the show is still airing, so if you don't want to be spoiled on any sorts of shenanigans, you should probably step away right now. But if you want to hear our thoughts and predictions on where the show is going to go, feel free to stay tuned. Thank you, have a good one.
Welcome to the Erased Halftime Show. I'm Diego.
I'm John.
I'm Dan.
Alright,
Cool.
So, nice and quick. So, who is your favorite character and why?
So should we decide an order right now?
Well,
Dan goes first, you're next, I'm last.
Cool,
Alright,
thank you.
I can go straight away.
Uh-huh.
So, I think I'm going for an underdog character, but I like Fujinuma Sachiko, or...
the mother.
The mum, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Because she's like a hip mum. She's cool, and she's understanding and supportive of her son, and even though, like, in the later parts of the show where... I mean, not the later parts of the show, but in the start of the show, she's kind of like a bit cold to Satoru. Because, he's all grown up and he seemed to be like out of the way, and which is why he was living alone, because he just kind of wanted to be away from his mum.
Yeah.
But then when you see him as a kid, you can see how actually they are very close and they understand each other very well. They have a really good relationship.
It's just that stuff's been forgotten over time.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he just got older and...
You grow apart when you grow up.
It's true. But then, like, when he came back into the future from having that childhood experience, he, like, still felt that passion and care that he had for his mother, So, yeah, I don't know. That's why I like the mum the most. She's just cool and a gutsy mum. Like,
She's a very important character. Like, she does a lot of awesome shit.
Yeah, and she's very perceptive.
Yes, that's
very perceptive.
also another awesome reason to love her.
Yeah, like...
That's what got her killed, man.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what got her killed. She saw too much. She perceived too much. And then the killer, which allegedly might be the same one from the past.
That's what the assumption is right now, yeah.
Yeah. So,
anyway,
that's my favorite character.
Yeah, like that perceptiveness thing comes in, like last episode as well, how she's like, here's an extra lunch because you'll be hungry before your lunchtime. You know how it is, they're leaving early. And it was for Kyle.
Yeah. The mum was in it all along without saying anything. She just knew and trusted her son into doing the right thing, which he was.
Oh, my heart.
Exactly. So yeah, cool mum. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
She should stay.
She should stay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Kaio Hirozuki, the main maiden, I suppose you can call her.
Yeah.
So all of the moments of her like growing and being in this environment that like a warming, loving environment, especially with episode 8, it touches me, man. That stuff is so well done, and like how they build her from just being this cold, distant character, and so far she's like getting close to Fujinuma.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the entire reason why I love her. How much she's changed in just a short period of time.
What I like about Kaya the most is the fact that they portray that sort of victimhood of her very accurately from what I've read in the internet of other people telling their stories of how they were abused.
Yeah, it's like they don't say anything. They just endure.
They feel like they're in a prison in their own bodies because they can't really express their ordeal and they just withstand it.
Or they just can't do anything. Yeah.
They need a hero. And here, clearly, you have a hero, which is the main protag. And that's what I like about it. Like, she's very hard to open up.
She's also, like, she was very blunt at the start of the series. And now she's more warming, I guess. She's not as hard-edged when someone approaches her.
Exactly, yeah.
She's more accepting now. And,
character development. Man.
Character development with her has been perfect.
Yeah. Which also hurts at the same time.
Yeah, but so specifically episode 4, I believe it is where they spent is like the first episode where Satoru is spending a lot of his time like spending time with her, and their relationship starts budding.
Yeah,
and then at the end she goes missing.
Yeah,
like they build that episode up so well. Like right towards the end, I feel like this is going too well. This is too happy.
The red flags, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like red flags midway through the season. It was like as it was going to happen, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I when that happened, I knew it's like, oh no, something bad's going to happen, and it did.
I had the stomach sinking feeling.
Yeah,
I didn't think that like something would happen to Kaya at that point. I thought like some other shit was going to happen with the girls, and he'd be in a loop anyway. Yeah, but Kaya got fucked up.
Yeah. Your favorite character then?
Yeah.
My favorite character is Kaya again.
Awesome.
All right.
It's
Kaya
it's
fan
really
club.
heartwarming, like the time she spends with Satoru.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just how she becomes slowly becomes more human in the process. And I
That's
tend
a
to
good way
gravitate towards these girls that like have problems but they get over it.
Yeah.
Like I find that kind of strength like really what's that word?
Appealing?
Endearing?
Yes, some shit like that, whatever,
Courage?
man. But I like those kind of
Courageous?
characters. Like characters that get over something that's really hard and
Yeah.
that becomes strengthened over time by it.
Okay.
That kind of shit.
Cool.
So, yeah.
First question down.
All right. Next question. Favorite part and why?
This is you.
That's me. Man, I was supposed to be thinking about this one instead.
If you want, I can take this first. I have a very clear moment in my head that stuck
All right,
out
go
to
ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
End of episode 1, start of episode 2, where he's coming to terms that he has his mindset while he's a child again. Like,
yeah.
When that moment happens, that's where the concept of revive hits you, and you're like, oh, okay.
It can go that far?
Yeah, and it's like, and not that, it's like the idea that he has all this information, and now like the situation's not just like, he's not just fixing it, he's like trying to fix not just this one problem, he's trying to fix history. It's expanded so well, and that was the moment where I'm like, okay, this show knows what it's doing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was it.
All right, I have one, I think. It's a very little moment, though. It's when Satori and Kayu saying their goodbyes in the park, and she notices how he doesn't have gloves on. And then and she wasn't wearing any gloves either. And then they touch their hands to see who's warmer or some shit like that. And then he says that his hand is slightly bigger than hers, and he gets all flustered because their hands touch, and he goes, "Dude, you're 29 years old.
Yeah.
Why are you getting all flustered for?"
Yeah. That's a good moment.
Yeah, I like that moment a lot. What about you, Dan?
Me, isn't it Johnston?
No, I went first because you had to think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to think a bit.
Well, I don't have like one particular part that I really like, but it's all those times that Satoru actually spends time with Kayo, like they slowly warm up to each other. Those parts.
Yeah.
And
I guess
particularly,
that's
like,
part of my answer then. Yeah.
episode 8, where Satoru's mum cooks breakfast, and then Kayo was so moved that she cried.
Yeah.
Like that was a really good moment.
That's a very good moment. Oh man.
Yeah.
That was a good moment that hurt to watch though. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, like
you've been through so much, lady.
Satoru like reflected the emotions you were feeling perfectly. Like he realized what's going on. Like, oh, okay. Oh man.
And last but not least,
yes.
this is a context-based question. So this one depends on the show.
Yep.
So for this one is, who do we think the killer is?
Okay, you first.
Oh my lord. So, okay, I think, honestly, we haven't seen the killer yet. That's my prediction. I don't think we've seen him yet.
Okay.
And I think, but I think that maybe Kenya might have something to do with the killer, though.
That's my thoughts exactly. Well, like, with the exception of who you think the killer is, I honestly think Kenya's the killer.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Yeah, like, he seems too savvy. He picked up on stuff way too quickly.
He's extremely perceptive.
Like, he is looking at things in a way and ensuring that situation
and the
remains
faces,
okay.
the faces he makes, they're so suspicious.
Yeah, and also the one scene where he's in the classroom with the teacher, where it's like the wide shot, that's supposed to instill suspicion in you.
Yeah.
Like, but that right there, that hasn't been addressed again, but the teacher's still doing suspicious shit, and we haven't seen them meet up again. So something's happening.
Yeah, obviously.
And I think it is Kenya.
I don't think it is, but I think he's involved with the killer in some way.
Man, I don't know. There's something about... Okay, so
I feel like or else something would have happened already.
Right,
if he was Kenya.
I have an evolving theory then.
Okay.
Kenya's not the killer of the past. He's the killer of Satoru's mum.
Okay. So yeah, maybe that affiliation continues on, and then because of that, blah,
he's
blah, blah.
He's ensuring things stay the way they are.
So okay. So maybe it could be Kenya's parents or something. I don't know.
Maybe
an uncle. Who knows? Someone familiar to him.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan? What do you think?
At first, I thought it was the teacher.
Right.
Because, as you guys said, like a lot of the shots and shit,
Yeah.
He's like with like Kenya and they're doing some suspicious shit, and then the cameras and shit like they make
playing
him
him
look
up a lot.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Scenes, yeah. But it's also possible that they're just setting him up to look that way, but in which case they're not, and then you're like, oh, so they're not really doing that shit. They're actually the good guys, like doing shit like, behind the scenes, trying to prevent whatever the fuck's happening.
They flip the script and Shiratori is actually the killer or some shit like that.
Yeah. See, what I currently think is that Kenya's like he's relaying information to the teacher, but they're not doing some bad shit. I don't think it's that predictable.
Okay, so you think
he's relaying shit to the teacher, but the teacher's trying to help them.
Yeah, so he's relaying information to make sure things stay in control.
Yes.
Okay.
What about the person that kicked the box in episode 8? Who do you think that was?
That might be the actual killer.
Well, with the contents of the box.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, those were the items used in the murder of Kayo.
And also, once again, Kenya noticed immediately, like, Satoru's like, oh man, I'm the only one who knows what this is about. I shouldn't act so shocked. Kenya noticed it immediately. Like, that doesn't matter now. Like, okay.
Yeah, so I think Kenya has something to do with the killer. I don't think he's the killer though, but you might be right. That's a good theory about him being the killer of the future. I like that theory a lot.
Because the politician of the future we think is the killer of the future, or present day rather.
I don't think the politician that was with the boss of the pizza place, I don't think he's the killer.
We haven't seen his face though.
No, so Kenya...
the way some of the camera shots work, they're trying to make you think some people are the killer. It's basically that kind of show.
So here's my theory with Kenya being the modern day killer. Kenya is very... He's very observational.
Yes.
He is very smart.
Mm-hmm.
This killer is in cahoots with the police. He's somewhere within the force.
Yeah,
like
so
that was shown at the end.
I think that or is like he has enough political power to actually control the police.
Yeah, he's somewhere within there, and that like suits Kenya like getting up there through smarts.
It doesn't look particularly old either.
No,
so
like he looks
I don't
around
think
Satoru's
he's
age.
The teacher in the future. I mean, in the present, and you know. What
Kenya doesn't have red eyes, right?
Well,
Dunno.
I don't think the red eyes is actually red eyes. It
might be a theme.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah.
Because in one of the episodes where Satoru was going to push Kayo's mum down the stairs, he gets stopped by Kenya.
Yeah,
and that scene he had red eyes.
Yeah.
I guess red eyes are just a symbol for killing intent in this show. Then.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's it then.
That's it.
That's the halftime show for Erased.
That's refreshing.
Yeah, so we will do Weeabros show, a full Weeabros show on the show. Wow, show.
We'll do a full spoiler cast.
A full spoiler cast, thank you. Well, it's called the Weeabros Show, but whatever. So, when the show is finished, we'll do that, and we'll talk about it, and we'll see who was right and who was wrong, and all that shit.
Awesome.
All right.
Later, everybody.
Bye, B.